So the question I have is, if leadership actually listened, whether it's a GM, service manager, CEO, and you guys could tell them to pick one thing that would make the biggest difference, and you can only pick one, what would it be?
Oh boy. All right. So I would say you need to put your customers and your technicians first and your stock investors second. If you can do that, then that's pretty much going to solve a lot of problems from the top down. You'll be focusing on having actual good output. You'll be focusing on productivity, having good products out there. But if you're focusing solely on like your stock investors and your Q3 end reports, then then you're not in the automotive industry. You're in the broker trades. That's what it boils down to. Like you'll stop doing things like front loading your MSRP with lifetime warranties or limited time warranties. And for the manufacturers, the objective is to keep as much money as possible. It's just like insurance. You start by denying claims, and if the claim can't be denied, then you start to pony up to your promises. And the next step to saving money is not to pay your technicians. You have flat rate books, which are cut down in half. Even worse, by warranty times. It's a nightmare, and the grind is just unsustainable. So customers first, technicians a close second, and your stock investors, they kind of need to go, kind of on the back burner.
Yeah, those are great words. That's a good one. So the question is, do you think there's any way to rebuild trust between the older techs and leadership, or has it just gone too far for those older techs, like the one I was telling you about in the beginning of this?
I would divide leadership up into two sections. There's the immediate leadership, which would be like your service writers, your foremans, your service managers, and your store managers. With that leadership, it's not too late, it's not too far. Focus on consistency. Don't overpromise times. Regulate your customers. Make sure that it's at a steady pace. Don't try to push your technicians for extra hours after close. Don't try to tell your technicians, hey, could you maybe work through lunch and I'll get you pizza later? Don't do those kind of things. It's about pacing and taking care of your technicians. If we go into the second side of leadership, which would be like regional managers, district managers, area managers, CFOs, CEOs, then yeah, I do kind of think it's a little too far gone, because those types of managers have almost nothing to do with the automotive industry. In a lot of cases, those, the massive, corporate side of things, they can actually branch off into other areas. I think it's like Sumi Tires also has a huge department in privatized prisons, and the two have nothing related to each other. At that point, that's where I say it is too far gone. We are not, we're I'm not Mechanic Link. I'm employee 529A2. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of my opinion. When it gets up to that high, I don't think we will be heard. I don't think we will be seen.
So there's just so much talk about flat rate. I think the question is, if flat rate was never meant to be a pay plan, what do you think a fair pay plan for the system would be?
I've kicked around a lot of ideas, maybe a 20-hour guarantee and flat rate bonuses, or hybrid systems, hourly plus commission. But the problem with all of these systems is it has a fatal flaw. It creates an environment for cherry picking, favoritism, nepotism, dog eat dog. Why should I help somebody else out when it's taken away my time? Why should I let a technician borrow my tools? You get paid to wrench, you don't get paid to mop. And it when you have that kind of incentive behind it, there's always going to be that kind of innate need to kind of protect yourself and protect your own. So what it boils down to is hourly. Hourly is fair. And that's just cut and dry. You're there for 40 hours, you're there for 45 hours, you're there for 50 hours. You should get paid for the time that you're actually there. Like the rest of the world.
Thank you so much for being on here. And I really appreciate it.